Hello, Cassandra Joan Butler, along with you. It's Cosmic Connections. It's Wednesday, and we have a lot to talk about. So I'm sorry for the delay. And we've got a very interesting 4 days ahead of ourselves. Not only do we have the Venus star point that occurs on Friday, but we also have the full moon. So is anyone feeling a little full moony? Uh, that's often the time when we're feeling a little bit emotional. The countdown, the gibbous phase, right before the full moon. So you want to identify, friends, where is Aries and Libra in your charts? And I'll be talking about that tonight. So a big hello to Deb and Kathy and Patricia and Marianne and Paula. Good evening, my friends. The message of the day. Oh, yes, I'm definitely going to talk about the Venus Star Point. Hi, Amy. Hi, Rachel. Nice to see everybody. Emotionally exhausted. Well, you're right on track there, Deb. Hi, Amy. Blessed evening to you, too. Leave me alone. You know, there's something to be said for Zoom, right, Marianne? Because I conjure up your beautiful face and I see you, but you're going to be more emotional with that Capricorn moon of yours. Hi, Dennis. Good evening. Hi, Lois. Good evening. Good evening, my friends. So here's how this moon stuff works, right? There is one phase during the course of any given month, lunar month, and it's called the gibbous phase. And it's the phase right before the full moon. And, you know, in some scientific circles, you might get your hands on what's called the lunar effect. There have actually been scientists who've done some research on is there an effect with the full moon, right? We might know that anecdotally, but some of the findings in this particular book, and by the way, they don't call it astrology, they call it cosmic biology, right? They don't use the A word. It's a little too threatening, a little too weird. They found that oftentimes people have more emotional reactions. They can track this with calls to, the police or calls to emergency situations, like, for example, CPAP, anything having to do with mental health issues, and call frequency with suicide hotlines and the like. Please, I'm not saying that the time before the full moon causes that, but let's look at this symbolically. The time right before the full moon, the gibbous cycle that we're entering now, is often a time of enhanced emotion because we know something big is happening, right? It's right around the corner. It's the full moon. But the time, the 3 or 4 days before, we're feeling that anticipation and we're not quite there yet. The moment of the full moon, I call it the exhale of the month. Elizabeth, Joy, Michael, hello. Okay. All right. Yes, the full moon when you manage the ER. Yes, Jill. I know a lot of nursing people, first responders have seen this anecdotally. Once a long time ago, I worked in the news business, and it's almost embarrassing to talk about the technology then, pre-computer, right? Well, I'm old and I'm proud of it. I've been around the block a few times, but we had the police scanners, and it was my job to, as a news director, to identify what was going on in the world and send reporters out to cover it. And sure enough, during the gibbous cycle, I was into astrology back then. Oh, yes. I have my little ephemeris back there in the newsroom. We're talking the 80s, guys, pre-computers. All right, Michael and Michelle and Karen, thank you for the compliment, Karen. Dennis is more influenced by the new moon. And again, we're all different. We all are born under a different lunar phase. Diane, hi. Hi, Joni and Elizabeth and Deb. This is so much better. I can see you. Hello, Krista, Dion. Hi, John. Hi there, Stephanie and Renee and Lois and Rebecca and Meredith. Thank you, Meredith. It's kind of the highlight of my week, Kellyanne, Nancy slogging through. Good evening to you all. I just want to give a big warm hug to Kathy D and Donna, so I can use my fingers here. Crystal, hello there. Hello there, Renee. If you're new to this, little gathering of friends. Hi, Laura. Hi, Donna M. Hi, Janet R. Um, what we do, the format is I just talk about the weather, the cosmic weather that's happening as we are in real time, and hopefully give you some hints on how to deal with it. And then we will do a mediumship exchange. I will, read for some of you using my fingers randomly to find your names. Some of you are on my mailing list already, and I sent out an email earlier in the week, and I said this to you all, and there's, I'll still read you if you are, if my hands find you, but truly, you have more of a chance for prizes if you share this webcast in process right now. And many of you have been so generous in sharing, and or please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put more attention on it. It's not the best presentation, but I do get videos out there. So no excuses, Virgo moon, stop it. But anyway, so subscribe, and I know I'm talking to some of you on the YouTube too, because that's one of the nice things about technology. You can be many places at the same time. So anyway, my dear friends, a big few days. And I was reflecting on this. So let me explain, and this is very user-friendly. You don't have to know astrology. Fingers crossed, I'm going to explain this easily for you. So for many of us, we know that this is Palm Sunday, right? We have Palm Sunday, Passover begins, and this holiday season, this religious holiday season, is always movable. Have you ever wondered about that? That Easter and Passover are on different days depending on the year? Simple formula, and we can thank astrology for that. The Holy Week and Passover is always scheduled round the first full moon after the spring equinox. Again, last weekend was a big deal, right? We had the spring equinox. So whenever we have the full moon after post Aries ingress, then we celebrate this holiday. Both holidays have something in common. Both of these holidays, these holy days, the death and resurrection of Jesus, and the passing over with the Israelites to prevent the slaughter of the babies, the Passover. So both of these holidays have something in common. One is violence, right? Obviously, Jesus' death and the slaying of infants. And the other is love and compassion and stability and balance. So, my friends, in astrology, we have two signs which are opposite to each other, which are coming into fruition in the cosmos. One of them is Aries. Aries is, well, it's not always about violence, but Aries is impatient. It's the soldier, the warrior, the impulsive energy of the ram. And its opposite sign is Libra, partnership, peace, balance, and love. So isn't that interesting that even consciously or unconsciously, the religious powers that be are aligned with this natural cycle that happens every spring? We even use the word spring. We spring into action as spring occurs, the vernal equinox. And it's the idea of balancing the light with the dark, or me, and we. And that's even being reflected out there in the social commentary, is it not? Right? People are talking about still our individual rights versus everyone else's rights. So there's a theme that comes on every springtime. It's very much magnified this year. So in a reflection, one of the things I want to point out to you are the places in your chart where you have Aries and where you have Libra. Now, where you have Aries, you get a golden goose egg, and that happens on Friday. That's the Venus star point. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Where you find Libra, which is the opposite sign to Aries, you find peace, recognition, and the ability to see and connect with others in a balanced sort of way. So we get a lot of goodies this week. And it depends on how sensitive your chart is to this particular configuration, right? So if you're an Aries or a Libra, or an Aries or Libra moon, or Aries or Libra rising, or Aries or Libra, in the midheaven, or in the IC. I know I'm using technical words. If it's prominent in your chart, you're really going to feel this energy. But as we navigate the beginning of spring and this holy week that's coming up, remind yourself about your own individuality, the gifts that you want to give to yourself so you can give to others. Like, fill up your cup so you have more to give to others. Because truly, we are more likely to be more loving and more giving and more responsive to others if we're feeling good about ourselves. Real common sense stuff, right? Well, the energy is actually reflecting that. Okay. And Deb, in response to your Aries part, look to your chart, darling. You have Aries somewhere in your chart. I'm going to go to the comments now. This is a very important week for you, Dennis, because you're a Libra in the first house. You're Libra rising. All right, so Lisa Marie's question: what if Aries begins in one house but has higher degrees into the fifth? And Lisa, the answer to that is that you have, well, it depends on the house system used. Those of you who have worked with me know I use Placidus by default and by routine and so forth. Okay. Oh, huh. All right, let's see. Let's pull this out. Okay. I think I'm still being seen on Facebook. Am I still being seen on Facebook, guys? If not, I'll have to default to my phone. Hi, Terry. All right, so in answer to your question, this often carries through with most people's charts, and it's not uncommon to have Aries and Lisa, you might have Aries in one house, you might have Pisces in one house, and it bleeds over into the next house. We're all unique, unique works of creative magnificence, and so we all have little perpetrations in our charts. Okay, all right. Hello, wonderful to you. See you, Kristen. It's been a little while. Hi, Natalie. Facebook is good. Good. All right, fabulous, Marianne. Big hello to Renee and Natalie and Lisa Phillips, and wonderful to see you too, Kristen. It's been a little while, and Crystal. And yes, fill up your cup before everybody else. Exactly, Stephanie. Put the oxygen mask on before we can help anybody else. That's a message that's coming out this week with the polarity between the Aries sun and the Libra full moon. Because Aries is me, myself, and I, and Libra is sharing your gifts with others. So we'll all be doing that in one way or shape or another. Again, it does not preclude the idea of a holy week and the sacrifice of the individual for mankind, right? The Christian story, and also the idea of the threat of violence with Passover, but then God passed over and protected the unborn. Okay, you're in Aries, Michelle, so you're going to really be feeling it. And so is your hubby, Janet. Aries, you're going to be really feeling it. Your birthday, happy birthday, Crystal. Okay, right off the bat, Crystal, you're going to win a prize today. If you're here on my during your birthday weeks, I will send you a little birthday present. So, Crystal, please private message me, and I'll send you a little gift in the email. Okay. Hi, Terry, and of course, beautiful Renee with her Aries sun. A lot of Aries Libra people in here. Not surprised. Hi, Cindy, Rebecca, Libra moon, Libra sun, Deb. Okay, I think I answered Lisa's question. And now Amy has a question. It's a good weekend to travel. I bet you anything, if I looked at your chart, Amy, we would have some travel activity in your ninth house or third house. So the generic question isn't a bad week to travel because we don't have any retrogrades, right? It might be an emotional week to travel because Libra wants to connect with loved ones. So I'm presuming you might be connecting with loved ones, maybe. So I'm not going to, I'd like to look at your chart exactly to answer that question, but it's not a bad weekend. It's an emotional time before the full moon. So let me give you these, the exact times. Please understand what I'm about to share with you. The Venus star point is extremely rare, and that happens on early Friday morning. If you're listening in Eastern Daylight Time, at 2:58 in the morning. Now, what the heck is a Venus star point? The simple explanation is this: Venus, the planet of love, money, beauty, abundance, goodies in life, the stuff that makes life worth living, is going to be conjunct or right next to the sun. What's the sun? The sun is illumination. It is force and activity. It's yan. It's like highlighting the goodies in our lives. So I've been saying since the beginning of this year, watch what you are wanting to manifest, where you find the Aries in your chart, because it's like we get a break. We get some goodie that's been perhaps on our short list for a while. And if you are, again, Libra or Aries, or especially around 5 degrees, you might be really feeling grateful, gratitude that, oh my gosh, something I've been wanting for a long time is finally beginning to manifest. That's on Friday. Now, I don't know what it means specifically to your charts. That's why I'm having a class. I'm having a class tomorrow. You all can join in. I do have a space limit. So I have a class at 7 Thursday and 7 on Friday for the Venus star point. Now, Venus star point, when it conjuncts the sun, it's part of the Venus journey. And Venus, when she travels around the sun, she makes a star. Her actual orbit looks like a star. Think about how that image is replicated in nature. We see starfish. We see 5 pointed flowers. We chop the apple in half and we see that little star from the seeds. So it's a very mystical, magical day on Friday. I invite you to come to the class. Again, you don't have to know astrology to get a lot out of it. And yes, I will be identifying for you where your special Venus star point was when you were born. We all have a star point in our own personal charts. It might not be, well, a baby that's born on Friday or Saturday is going to have it at 5 degrees of Aries. So we'll have a lot of fun with that particular class on Thursday and Friday night. So then, as that passes along, on Sunday at 2:48 in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time, we have the exactitude of the full moon. When I say exactitude, it's going to look full on Friday night. It's going to look full on Saturday. But when the sun and the moon are exactly 180 degrees opposite to each other, that takes place on Sunday afternoon. Now, to honor that event, it's on Palm Sunday, by the way, to honor that event, at the stroke of 2:48, we'll be gathering at the Marriott Hotel, safely, of course, right? Social distancing. And we're going to be doing a wonderful event called Spirit Messages, and everyone's guaranteed to get a message. So it's going to be along the lines of the messages I do with you here on Wednesday nights. But it's not just me. It's my dear friend, Kelly Wall, who's a good friend of Lilydale, a lovely, lovely, talented medium. And I'm very excited about working with her on Sunday. So there are tickets available for that. I'll redo on my Facebook page to make sure you can get tickets for the Spirit Message afternoon on Sunday. So at the full moon, whether you're with us getting messages or if you're in your backyard weeding or whatever, at that moment of the full moon, we enter clarity. The full moon is the one time during the month when we see in the dark. And the symbolism of a full moon is that we are able to become illuminated. We receive messages generally from other people, right? But it could be our pets, it could be a book, it could be a news article or what have you. We receive a different point of view wherever you find 8 degrees of Libra. So again, very relevant to the Libras and to the Aries people. Well, we all have 8 degrees of Libra somewhere in our charts. By the way, during the class tomorrow night and on Friday night, I'll also be talking about the full moon and how you can work with the full moon energy. So at the point of the full moon, it's a point of exhalation. It's like we've been building and building and building. We might be feeling a little emotionally drained right now. Oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate. I'm overwhelmed. I might be overwhelmed about what? That relationship, this person, that person, a person from my past. Okay, so let me give you a little bit more astrology about this full moon. This is a full moon that's about healing. At the full moon, the sun is going to be talking to Venus, right next to Venus, and it's going to be right next, identically right next to Chiron, the wounded healer. So if you have had some difficulty in your life relative to love, and gosh, darn, who has not, this is the entrance place to do deep healing. So I'm going to suggest that all of us sometime on Sunday afternoon after the full moon, maybe do a little ritual with yourself in meditation and prayer, maybe do some journaling and write a forgiveness note to someone perhaps who has hurt you in your life. I don't care. It could be your kindergarten boyfriend, right? So this is deep healing relative to relationships and deep healing relative to values and money. Maybe you're mad at yourself. You have to do some deep healing because, oh my gosh, you handled money poorly and you went bankrupt 20 years ago. Or maybe you're very, very upset with someone else who owes you money. I don't know, because remember, Venus is love or money. It's also about possessions, what you really value. So use the energy, friends. The energy will be hitting you whether you are aware of it or not, but your mind might be going towards the past and wanting to do some healing. The other thing about this full moon, we have Mars exactly next to the North Node in Gemini. Oh my goodness, if you've been wanting to write, teach, market, buy or sell, communicate your truth, you'll be revved up after Sunday. It's the time of, I call it the full speed ahead time. Here's another aspect of this full moon energy. Vesta is going to be opposite Pallas Athena. Pallas Athena is kind of like the feminine soldier of the zodiac. She wears a shield. She originally was born from her daddy's head. That was Zeus, by the way. And she represents wisdom in our charts. So Vesta is going to be in Virgo and Pallas will be in Pisces. And I think the message between this opposition on the full moon is that we want to spiritualize something that's important to us. We want to protect or advocate maybe for, maybe it's in your job. Maybe you're a social worker. Maybe you are, a minister or whatever you do. Maybe you're a mail clerk, but maybe you want to advocate for someone in your office. See, Pallas Athena is often represented by the work we do, and Vesta is the energy of spirituality. So these two asteroids are speaking to each other on the full moon. Advocate for something that's meaningful to you, that's coming from a spiritual point of view, the highest and best, higher ground. All right, I'll take a breath and show you what the Sabian symbols are. Please share. Thank you for sharing, dear friends. Share, share, share. I really appreciate that. Elizabeth, that's so awesome. I want to talk to you. Okay, let's have a conversation. You've been a great supporter, and I know you have a wonderful YouTube channel as well. So please place the name of your book or something we can connect with. Okay, Elizabeth? So we can, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Hi, Dolly. All right. All right. Hello. Some healing and radio forgiveness center. Yes, great idea. Thank you, Christina. Yes, this is awesome. Very good. Okay. All right. Hello, dear Sherry Halleck. It's been a while to see you. Nice to see you here. Okay. All right. Healing. Everyone needs healing, myself included. All right. Yes, Elizabeth. Well, we want to talk. Great, Donna Lynn. Yay. I'm glad you're going to be at the Marriott. Very good. Oh, so the class is this week, Elizabeth. And I don't know if you're on my mail list, but I will put something more on my Facebook page. Sometimes I'm tardy in getting that, but it's going to be Thursday night and Friday night because I've got such a great response. And I want everybody to experience the Venus star point. And we will be talking about the full moon. Okay. All right. You're never late, Rhonda. Hi, Linda. Okay. Yes, there will be. Now, the square is a time of rebuilding. Is anyone doing any rebuilding projects, any remodeling? Thank you for that, Rachel. The cardinal square means that now wait till you hear the Sabian symbol, Rachel. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. The square that's being formed in the sky, and planets can make like a rectangle or a square in their relationship to each other. So the square itself is a symbol of rebuilding. And that's one of the themes of 2021. This is the year of rebuilding. This rebuild with this cardinal energy means that we're all fired up and ready to go. And we're going in this direction, and we're going in that direction. And wait a minute, we're getting scattered. So that is some of the fallout of the square that's taking place this week. But wait until you hear the Sabian symbol. All right, Venus star point. Again, that's the lucky goose egg that we're all receiving on Friday, early in the morning. Watch your dreams, by the way, when you go to sleep tomorrow night, because this is taking place at 2:58 if you're in daylight savings time. The Sabian symbol is a weird one, but they're all weird. A square with one of its sides illuminated, a one-sided square that's illuminated. So I want you guys right now, maybe in your meditations between now and Friday, to picture a square and then just one side of it being illuminated. This Sabian symbol suggests to us that all of us have at least one-sided urge for stability. So maybe the gift that we're all receiving isn't something tangible, like people will say, oh, I want to win the lottery? You may be finding, and here's an exercise, write out on a square the four most important parts of your life. I'm a mom. I'm an astrologer. I'm a dog owner. I'm a friend. I'm a sister. That's 5. You get the drift. Write out your 4 priorities. And then stare at it and say, this is one part of that 4-fold priority list that I need to devote myself to right now to reach stability. All of us have so many hopes and dreams. I think the gift of Venus star point is that she's going to illuminate one of those 4-sided priorities as one priority. That, I believe, is one of the lessons of the Venus star point. Now, at the same time, Venus is going on the North Node in Gemini, so we're all fired up. Enough is enough. I'm going forward with my dreams. I'm going forward with my plans. I'm going to get this done. So that's on Friday. On Sunday, the Sabian symbol is a very important one. It's about the 3. So we're going from 4 to 3. And here's the Sabian symbol. 3 old masters hanging on the wall of an art gallery. Wow. What that means is we're identifying a priority on Friday, but then on the full moon is illuminating the 3 things in your life that you have mastery over. What are your skills? What are the skills you want to share with other people? So how I see this give and take of this particular weekend is that on Friday, we receive a priority from the Venus star point that says, this is what you're about. This is how you can fill up your cup, put your oxygen mask on. This is your good thing of the 4 things that's your priority. And then you're giving it out to the world. on Sunday. You're giving out to others one of those three masteries. So reflect on, again, 8 degrees of Libra is the full moon, and 5 degrees of Aries is the Venus star point. And if this resonates with you at all, I hope to see you tomorrow night or Friday night on a Zoom class or Sunday afternoon with Kelly Wall for Spirit Messages. All right, friends. Let's go a little deeper. This is, again, like Reader's Digest form of astrology. I want to make this very clear to you. This is just a little nugget for you. Where is the full moon illuminating some aspect of your life? So if you are an Aries, the full moon is illuminating your partnerships. It's asking you to reflect and identify who's got your back. Who are the most important people in your life? And how can you help them achieve their hopes and dreams as well? And that's Aries or Aries rising. If you're Taurus or Taurus rising, it's your work. This full moon is going to illuminate the steps you need to take to become more fully present in the service you have decided to do in terms of work. And also the service that you need to do for yourself, i.e., self-care, health care, nutrition, exercise. So that's good for our Taurus friends. For Gemini or Gemini rising, the full moon is illuminating the fun house, joy, creativity, romance, having fun with kids. The full moon is going to draw some inspiration so you can activate your joy in your life. If you are Cancer or Cancer rising, the full moon on Sunday and beyond is going to help the Cancers see what is so wonderful about their home or family. And again, because this is a healing full moon, if you want to do that healing exercise, writing letters to family members, past or present or incarnated or not, I think that would be a great idea for our Cancer friends. For Leo or Leo rising, the full moon is saying to you, speak your truth. Speak your truth and become closer with your brothers and sisters. Take care of speaking your truth, marketing yourself, maybe doing some writing. That's very, very, very good for the Leos. For Virgo or Virgo rising, the full moon is illuminating their financial house. It's helping them make money in a new way or identify their skills so they can create a new income flow for themselves. Libra, all eyes are on you, or Libra rising. You're going to be in the spotlight with this full moon on Sunday. And really be gentle with yourself. It's a time to strut your stuff. Be willing to be confident. And in your confidence, you're actually inspiring other people. For Scorpio or Scorpio rising, the full moon is illuminating the secret, spiritual, quiet side of yourself. It's helping you to uncover your need to connect with spirit. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, woohoo, it's all about friends. The full moon is going to help you identify who you would like to spend more time with, who you would like to socialize with, have a good time, maybe make new friends or treasure the old. For Capricorn or Capricorn rising, this full moon is illuminating your career house. What is it that you want to do in terms of leadership and legacy for your skills in your job? Or it doesn't have to always be a job. It can be a volunteer position, but you are in the spotlight with career or the outer ideas of responsibility for Capricorn. For Aquarius or Aquarius rising, I'm not sure that this relates with you specifically, Amy, but this is the travel version for the Aquarius people. Travel, learning, expansion, taking a class, teaching a class. The full moon is going to give you some highlights in that regard. And our Pisces friends, this full moon is illuminating the need for you to eliminate what you need to eliminate in terms of people, stuff, attitudes, Get clean, get clear, and move on, Pisces. That's the message for you. Alrighty. Fabulous. Fabulous. So I talked about the astrology. Oh my goodness, I've been talking a lot. A couple of big hellos. So we're going to do some mediumship. And thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate you sharing this in transit. All right. Hi, Pia. Yay, the spotlight for Libra. That's you, right, Elizabeth? Right. And that's for Jill. Elizabeth, I hope you can make the class. Fantastic. All right. Yep. You're never late. Always glad to be here. I was asked to go to Hawaii with my best friend. Yay, Sherry. That's awesome. Yes, Kelly. This is going to be a fabulous weekend. And I have stuff on my Facebook. Kelly, if you could also put the link to our wonderful event in the wall here, that would be great. All right. Rachel, I think the Mars conjunct Uranus in the second might help you become more abundant in a unique, very metaphysical, spiritual warrior woman way. I think that's what that is. And remember, Mars in Gemini is kind of one of the themes of the entire year, because that was in our Aries ingress chart. The moment that Aries sun went into the sign of Aries for spring equinox last weekend. All right, so those of you who've already shared, one of you are going to win a prize. And please, the lovely woman who has her birthday, I forgot your name already, send me a PM and I will send you a gift because it's your birthday. All right, so the winner of our prize of the Sabian symbols tonight is Eileen Canning. Now, I'm not sure, I didn't see Eileen's name in the room, but she's been a big fan and supporter of the Cosmic Connections. So she will win a prize. And so I know she's a Facebook friend and a friend, so I will PM her. So it's that simple. We do prizes and sharing is caring. So thank you so much for sharing this as we are moving forward tonight. Now we're going to do some mediumship, friends. And to do that, I close my eyes, and because I'm in StreamYard, hopefully I won't lose the broadcast, and I simply scroll down. All right. And I'll say my prayer first. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for everyone's highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, my finger is stopped at Sherry. Whoops. Okay, Sherry Halleck. Whoops. I'd like to give you a little read here, Sherry. You're still with us. I hope I didn't bump your name off. Sherry, all I need is you to say howdy do. Are you still in the room, Miss Sherry? And great. I'd like to come to you, my dear. Great. Thank you, Sherry. All right, my dear. The first thing I'm picking up for you is an image, a picture of brand new grass. Like I feel like you're reseeding. Maybe you and your husband are reseeding the lawn, and that sounds pretty mundane, but it's like getting all the old weeds up. And maybe you have a lawn service, but I'm seeing the idea of beautiful new grass, and it's very lush and green, and it's coming up. So the Spirit is saying when the grass is about a couple inches high and it's new grass, it's like reseeded, around that time, you are heading into this place of new connection with the natural gifts of God's creation. What do I mean by this? I know I know your story. I've been with you many, many, many years. I won't necessarily elaborate on that right now publicly, except to say this, darling. You are stepping into a brand new, relaxed and enjoyable year. And I do, your daughter does want to come through here, and she wants to give you a specific message. She's showing me crayons or colored pencils that she used when she was young for doodling and so forth. And she's suggesting to you, you know, they have those adult books for coloring. She's saying, Mom, use your hands to unwind. And that I'm also getting someone else in spirit. I think it's not your mother, it's your grandmother who used to do some knitting or something along these lines. But both your beloved daughter and this grandmother, she used to knit or crochet. She was a crocheter, is coming in and saying, when your hands are busy, your mind relaxes. Okay. You decide to run a new place with grass. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. That was a confirmation with that. Beautiful. So what you are going to be experiencing with this new place, with this new grass, with this new lushness, is a sense of a new beginning, and that the old pain and sorrow and the place where your chest can't even breathe, and I mean that literally and figuratively, is exhaling. And it's going to be a fantastic new springtime for you, sweetheart. And it's a time of simplification in 2021. And I really feel with all my heart that you and your hubby have a chance to really enjoy a new sense of peace. Your daughter is also coming in. There's something about Easter this year that's very profound, and it's something about honoring her, maybe going to the cemetery or maybe going to a church service or something like this. But she feels like she's going to be drawing into your awareness more profoundly, whether that be a dream or a thought, but there's a sense of total and utter faith that she's more than okay. I'm also getting a teapot, um, or teacups, and these are connect with your daughter somehow. That you're keeping some of the stuff, but not all the stuff. And okay, thank you for the confirmation, Sherry, with your grandmother. And so she's also encouraging you to let go and to surrender and let go a lot of her stuff. You know, give it away, find a place for it. I'll leave that with God's blessings to you, dear Sherry, and a hug to your husband as well. All right. Okay. All right. My dear Christina Parasili Leftwich, I'm with you. Welcome. I'm not sure I've met you recently, and maybe you've been following me for a while, but I would like to do a reading for you, Christina Parasili Leftwich. All right, honey. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I got the right name here. Are you still in the room, darling? You still with us? All I just need is a yay or nay. Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. You love tea. Have a cup of tea in honor of your daughter. And I don't know if she had a teapot of yours, but I was just getting that teapot stuff. Okay. And sometimes people don't really want a message. I'm not sure if she's still in the room. So I'm going to just wait for her just a little bit more. All right. All right. All right. All right. Are you still with us, darling? I think yeah, Christina Paraceli Leftwich. Okay. She's not, maybe she left. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna pick another person. And Diane Wilson, you're on, you're next, if you're still with us, Diane. So I'll wait to hear the A-OK. And I know Kelly would agree with this. We are all intuitive, and the time frame between now and the full moon is one of the more important times of the lunar phase period. So when we really get a lot of insight, ask and you will receive. So this is a very important time between now and the full moon. And maybe, okay. Diane Wilson, are you still there, darling? Okay. All right. I'm going to, maybe we'll do a different thing. Maybe I will, okay. We have a lot of Sherry conversation here. Let's do one more time. That's okay. It's all right. Oh, Elizabeth Sampson, may I come to you? I think you're still in the room. Elizabeth Sampson, are you still in the room, honey? Elizabeth. My finger went to Elizabeth. Okay. All right. Yay. All right, Elizabeth. Perfect. Okay. Diane, now you're here too. All right. I'm going to do 2 messages because I promised. Diane and Elizabeth. Dear God, please allow me to serve Diane first. Stay with me, Elizabeth. We'll do both messages because you're here. I know there's a delay, so no worries. Diane, as I'm tuning into your energy, sweetheart, I'm really feeling this sense of I want to dance. Okay, it's almost like I want to do jazz band dancing, and I'm feeling that you're getting geared up for a new season, maybe of performing, maybe of singing more, and you are so ready to enjoy life. There's been some sorrow, there's been some disappointment, especially around December of this past year. And as we're getting into March and April, there might be some opportunities for you to perform. And I'm also seeing it's like a collection of old photographs. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but I'm seeing you going through old photographs and putting together a scrapbook. And you're getting rid of emotional papers, all right? Not like old tax forms, but going through old letters and old pictures and forming some beautiful collages and so forth. I'm really connecting with, I'm getting the word pink ribbon and ponytails. And this is relative to, I believe, a picture you may have of your mom who's in spirit. It's almost like she's got those long hair, and she has 2 ribbons on either side, and she's wearing pink, and she's coming in here with such a gentle, loving expression for her beautiful daughter, saying that she's never been away from you, and she's holding a kitten. I don't know why she's holding a kitten. I don't know if you had a kitten when you were a little girl or you have a cat now, but this is precious kitten that's being presented to you. And I'll leave that with God's blessings, dear Diane. All right. Okay. Alrighty. And then we're going to go to our lovely Elizabeth. Dear God, please allow me to serve Elizabeth. Allow my words to be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing. Amen. Elizabeth, congratulations. I'm seeing like the bright marquee lights relative to your book, but relative also not just to what you've done so far, but this compilation of many of your gifts are going to be opening new doors in new ways. I'm getting California with you. I'm getting Rochester, New York. I'm getting Florida. I'm getting different, I guess, marketing avenues for you to get your message out. I'm also feeling that, I don't know if you do healing per se, but I'm seeing like a healing room with a table, or maybe you're going to a healer and there's a massage table and it's really beautifully well done and it's got lights and it's got kind of beautiful drapey curtains and so forth. And one of the things that you're going to be inspired to do, maybe it's your meditation room. It's a spiritual place in your everyday environment, and you've fixed that up, made it better. And as we're moving forward into June, July, you're going to be so busy that you are serving people with your gifts. And it's just such a wonderful thing. But again, I get some travel with you too. Okay. Oh, you do healing. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. Because I was getting this healing room, but I was seeing it was like graduated cloth or curtains, kind of like it looks like fluffy clouds, right? And so with that, I feel that your healing abilities are connected with the angels. I mean, I just feel that because I was getting like fluffy clouds, and the four archangels in particular, and you're also doing some other form of channeling when you're doing your work. Channeling is kind of a generic term, I guess, but you're really plugged into some ancient wisdom traditions plus what you've been developing on your own. All right, so many blessings to you, Elizabeth, because it's really going well for you. And it really does. It really does. All right. Really? You do channel. Okay, cool. I did not know that. All right, beautiful. Don't you? I love doing messages because especially when you get the confirmation, right? That's way cool. That's way cool. But they're coming through me to validate what you're doing and channel the healing energy that you're sharing with other people. We got a lot of beautiful people in this room, a lot of talented spiritual people, and you're so welcome, sweetheart. Thank you all for being here tonight. I hope to see you in the next few days. Tomorrow night, Venus Star Point Zoom class. Friday night, Venus Star Point Zoom class. And if you are in Western New York, make sure that you sign up with me and Kelly. We're doing spirit messages right at the full moon. Isn't that amazing? And yes, Kelly came up with the date and the time, and she wasn't even using the astrology at that moment. And that's what's beautiful about astrology. Guys, you don't have to know astrology. When you follow your intuition, the astrology follows you and gives you guidance as to when to do what. I'll tell you a quick story. So a dear friend of mine, he's launching a business, and he said today, I looked at his chart really quickly, and I said, oh, well, you should probably do it in June, because he's got June in his chart in his career house. And I was just a quick look. He says, well, he's very intuitive. Well, I was kind of hoping April. And I thought, okay, so he left. And then I would look back at his chart on April 17th. His chart progresses into the next sign. Now, I know many of you who are astrologers understand the relevance of this. Progressions only occur every 30 years. But his intuition, and I said, in other words, I'm not saying I'm a bad astrologer. I'm just saying I didn't have all my data in front of me, right? But I off the top, I said, oh, June. He said, I was kind of hoping and feeling April, but April 17th, or was 18th, whatever, is the day he progresses into the next sign. And literally his identity becomes like a new person. And he's going to be launching a new business. So I have to text him tonight and say, you were right. I did not have all my information. I don't know. I really, I'm very honored to work with you all, and very honored to be with you in your life. Happy Venus Star Point. Expect a good revelation this weekend. Happy full moon. And happy Holy Week. I'll see you on Wednesday next. and we'll have more from Cosmic Connections. Always more to learn with you. God bless you. Good night.